Okay, so this is my evaluation for my photography projects. Yeah, just going through and evaluating how the shoot went as a whole, and to process images, edit video, and whether I achieved what I set out to do. So firstly, as for the project, we'll look at my treatment. That's probably the best thing to do. So when I was thinking about all the different styles and techniques, I wanted to do fashion photography. Reasoning for this is because I know it's not always, but so I wanted to do studio stuff. So I was following the concept of fashion photography in the studio to get follow that for my project. I like this just because of the simplicity of it all. And the way that it's quite tasteful. You've got very simple stuff, like you've just got a plain backdrop as you see here in these examples. You've just got the focus of the models, plain background, and then the lighting used to bring the effect. I mean, you can have very harsh lighting. Bring the lighting in just to give the bit of shading. Both of these. So yeah, I just wanted to do a bit of studio stuff, so make sure that I can manipulate my own environment, make it what I want, whether I want it to be harsh or I want it to be shaded. So this is why I chose style fashion photography. And now if we go into a bit of research, I'm just going to go on my presentation. This was a lot of research looking at different photographers. So I've got some. So these are names of photographers that I used. Georges Antony, Victor Demarchelier, if that's how you pronounce it. Rankin, obviously very well known. Well, these are all quite well known actually. So as you see here, these are examples of Rankin. We've got Victor's, and then George is just there. I like these. A lot of them are black and white. I mean, I've got this example here, which is a black and white, but a lot of them seem to be black and white, and like here in particular, very, very harsh. From Daniel Craig and this fashion one. See here. So you've got the white backdrop, which is really bright, and then as you can see, the subjects are lit up, so you can see every intricate detail on the face. And I actually quite like this, being able to see everything. It's just so sharp. And that's what like Rankin is well known for. You just do on Dazed and Confused, he does a lot of stuff like that, where you just see the subject itself for everything. Looking at these ones, I mean, I like this one in particular because the way that it's been lit. You've got the tints of the hair and on the fur as well, just underneath, which gives a good effect. But as you can see, the main focus, you've got the bright light, the skin showing, being able to take in the light that's obviously being used. You can see that her face and her skin is the main subject as well as the flower. So the way that the lighting has been used, I really like in this one. And this as well, this is another harsh one. So you've got a lot, the lighting's obviously been used to make it really white, and then you've just got the subject itself just showing all the sharpness and the vibrance of it. So this is why I like this stuff, and looking at this stuff and what I wanted to copy and use for my own. So yeah, looking at that, that's why that's my influences just for fashion photography in general. So thinking of my own projects, that's what I talk about here in my own project. What I'd be using is so I have a blank canvas. So what I'd use is a white backdrop. Another reason the backdrop for me is going to be white over black, because in our college studio we had both. I was using white because the subject Farhad, who's my model, he's darker skinned, so it just works out having a darker skinned person on a lighter backdrop, and I just wanted a more lighter feel over a darker one. And yeah, so I knew that for this I'd have to use lighting to manipulate manipulate the situation, you could say, and the photo. So I just the angles of the lighting wasn't set in stone, so I was just going in to play about with it. But I knew I was probably going to use about 3 lights maximum, minimum and maximum. It was about 3 lights. So I've got one on the backdrop, just lighting up the backdrop, one on his face, and then one on his hair. Don't want to I want to show detail of quite a bit of stuff. So if we go on to the contact sheet, I mean, the shoot itself didn't take too long, maximum of an hour. that was including the setup and the pack down. Very simple stuff. So I was quite happy with that, how quick it took. And yeah, so with the planning, I mean, I planned just to do like here. You've got the stuff with the blazer, and this is all tripod stuff. And I planned to just keep it on the tripod. But on the actual day of the shoot, I went on and I had these sort of photos. I took it off the tripod. I went like, so that's a lower angle. These are higher angles. And also last minute, so he came in and just had wax in his hair, but I decided that it would be cool, like maybe putting a bit of water in, giving it a different look. And yeah, I really liked the fact that I used the hair light, because the hair light brought down, gave it a substance to it, be able to see more than just having the brightness of his face. Also, the hair light worked well. With some of the different, I had like this shot here, the main light was just bang next to the camera, like dead on his face. But sometimes I had it actually being like down this angle, coming up there. I mean, the lighting that's focused on the backdrop, I was originally planning on having the backdrop fully white, but I just used one light which gave this effect of being able to have it like grey on the left side, because it was lit up from the right hand side, which I thought it actually turned out working well for me. I actually liked that. I've gone to the final piece of what the photos I actually chose. So I wanted to do two. I thought it would be more interesting to do two than one, just show the difference in the photos. So I chose this one here and that one there. So I'll just go on to those. So I liked this one because you've got the lighting used just shows everything, which I really like. I mean, you've got different. You've got him not looking at the camera, which I like, compared to my other choice, which you have here. He is looking at the camera, which is why I chose these two, because they're very different. I mean, this one has a blazer, this one has got a blazer, this one's looking at the camera, this one isn't, and this one is the wet look of the hair, and this one isn't. So I chose these because they're different, and I can use them both for the final piece. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with those, especially this one in particular, because this one was a last minute decision with both the hair, the angle. Very happy with it, and the lighting as well. But this one, very happy with the lighting due to the fact that everything's lit up. Now I've gone to the editing. I felt, even though I was happy with those, I wanted a little bit of editing to it. I mean, as you can see in the research, like a lot of the stuff is black and white. So I was definitely going to follow the way of doing black and white, which is why I went on and did this one, black and white. So this one was very simple when I came to it. I can't remember exactly, so I can't really go through it on Photoshop. I'm just going to talk about it and what I did. So with this one, I changed the contrast down, brightness up. I can't remember the exact amounts that I did, but brightness up was a very small bit, and the contrast was down quite a lot, but obviously not too much. And then yeah, I just made it black and white, and that was it. That's all it took, editing wise. So I was very happy with that. Yeah, with the next one, I didn't want to. I actually last minute decided not to go black and white. I was going to do them both black and white, but decided not to. Reason for this, just to once again have something different, not have them both the exact same. So with this, what I did, changed the saturation a tiny bit, just going up slightly, contrast down, brightness up a tiny bit again. But with this, instead of doing black and white, what I did was just bring the vibrance down. Vibrance went from 50 to 0, just straight down, and that just made it really soft. I mean, even keeping the colour but making it really soft. As you can see with the skin, it's really soft. I mean, it kind of looks like it's maybe a bit of painting, actually. People could probably do painting like this. And also, what I loved is that it did make his hair, you can see it is greasy or whatever, a lot of gel, but it gave a good effect to the hair. You know, everything's really like lit up, and that's what I love about this photo. I mean, I'd say this photo was my favourite. Just had them next to each other. You know, this photo was probably my favourite, just because it was a last-minute decision for everything, both the photo itself and the editing. And yeah, I'm just really happy with them both in general. But yeah, so I mean, the shoot went well. Everything. There's no problems. I mean, there was last-minute decisions that I made, but I was happy about that. But yeah, I got what I wanted to do. I achieved what I planned to do. be able to use the lighting to manipulate the pictures, and yeah, created what I wanted, even with last-minute decisions. So very happy with that, and that is everything. Thank you very much.